There's a new display here at the Bowman Arts Center, Points of Importance. Darcy Logan is here to tell us about it. I'm going to guess that this will create a little bit of discussion amongst people who come to see this exhibit. Tell us what it is, what it's all about, and why you did this.
In its simplest, it's about a fellow named Ryan Gerstenbuehler, who's an activist in the community who has spastic cerebral palsy, and he worked with 14 artists over a period of 2 years, being an undraped or nude artist's model.
And why?
Initially, he was just interested in seeing his own body due to his disability and the modesty of the care workers that he has. He'd never seen himself unclothed.
Right.
And when he wrote and circulated a proposal for getting artists together, I thought, what a wonderful way to have an exhibition that has a real voice and a chance for the community to really learn about people.
Now, you sat down and you talked with him and you said, let's discuss how we're going to do this. What was that discussion like? What did you talk about, and how did you kind of come up with what we have here?
We talked about the greater social issues around people with disabilities, and how pictures like this are a chance to give a voice to certain issues and confront the community in a sense.
Right. I mean, did he have final say on what was being shown here?
That's the interesting part. It was a true collaboration between the artists and Ryan. He understood full well that the creative process for artists would involve a bit of him letting go control. So really it was a brave step for him to actually do this.
Now, you are one of the artists here. What was the experience like for you?
The whole journey was a real learning process for me. Even having finished all the work, it makes me feel like everything I've done up to this point is a little trivial. This is art that has real substance and a real voice.
When you talk about the substance and the voice, what is it saying in your mind?
Well, partly it talks about art and the history of art, which is never, the only subject worthy of art historically has been the idealized perfect body. And why can't people, irregardless of their physical states, be worthy and beautiful subjects for art?
You had you said about 14 artists were involved with this. What was their response? What was their reaction?
I think it was a very similar response on the part of all the artists. It was even just getting to know Ryan, and him becoming a part of our circle, and moving from just an art exhibition and project to developing a real friendship with him.
Sure. And this was a 2-year process, right?
It was, because the artist, we did about, I'd say, 8 life drawing sessions where he came and modeled for us. Then the artists had to take their work to their respective studios and do the completed pieces. Right.
Now, when did you finally decide on this? I mean, did you get all of the artists together, and you had Ryan there, and how did that all kind of decide, well, this is what's going to work, this, and how did you finally come to the conclusion that you have here?
Well, it was such an intimate process amongst all the artists, lots of collaboration, that I was well aware during the whole process of what people were doing, and I didn't really see all the work in its completed form until it came in last week. So.
Sure. Okay. What's Ryan's response been to seeing all of this now that it's up?
He's really happy. It was done in a tasteful manner and a real respectful manner, and I think the issues it raises are important.
And I mean, I'm going to assume, I'm going to say there's probably going to be some people say this isn't supposed to be art, but what would be your response to that?
If it's because of the nudity, I'd say, should we cover up Michelangelo's David?
Right.
And if their answer is no, I'd say, why is this different? Just because he has a disability? And if they'd say yes, we should cover it up, I wouldn't listen to him anyway.
But you invite everybody to come down and form their own opinion, obviously.
You bet. The whole community is invited and encouraged to come see this show.
And how long is this display going to be on?
It's on until the 10th of April.
All right. Here in the main gallery, it's also in the other gallery over there, too?
Yep, the 2 Bowman galleries.
Darcy, as always, thanks for joining us here on CNN.